Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the PETHS Alumni Network podcast. I'm your host, Nathan, and today we've got a very special video for you. I'm joined by none other than Mr. Tyler Ng. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on the pod,
Of
bro.
course, bro. This
I'm
guy is
excited.
we go way back, bro. We met in grade nine gym class with Mr. Weber. Yeah. Nah, I think I like complimented your Kobe's one day. Like
That's exactly what you said. You said,
yeah,
"Yo, nice Kobe's." I'm like, "Yo, thanks, bro."
yeah, this guy had
And we
some
just
sick
started hanging
Kobe's
out
up.
from there on out.
Yeah. So I had to get him on the podcast. So you were on the boys soccer team, brought a championship back to Pet. Now studying at McMaster Business, DeGroote Business School, right?
Yeah.
So starting off, what are some standout moments that you have from your time at Penn?
Well, you already mentioned it, like winning the in my grade 11 year, the well, it is tier two soccer championship, but I'll take it. First ever in pet history, so that was a pretty cool moment. Um, in terms of standout moments, I feel like my entire pet experience was pretty fun and enjoyable all around. So I feel like other than obviously winning the chip, it was a pretty even standard of just enjoyable and filled with like learning and fun, just hang out with like all my friends, especially you, Nathan.
Hmm.
But like sort of stand-up moments, I feel like the entire ride was just a good time. So I don't really have like a stand-up moment that like I hang above
Hmm.
all the others, right?
Well, I forgot to mention you were forced to go to Bill Hogarth in grade 10,
Yeah, yeah, of
and then
course.
you just had to come back because you love pets so much.
Yeah, that's the passion, man. That's the love.
Yeah, so
All that
like,
wasn't for me.
yeah, what made you like want to come back?
Uh Honestly, I told my parents, "Oh, Pet had a better education, this and that,"
Hmm.
which was right. Don't get me wrong. Like Bill Hogarth was a new school, new institution,
Hmm.
new well, not new teachers, but like fresh kind of system and new way of teaching. So everything was very new and something I didn't really like as much. And Pet obviously was a very established school within the
Hmm.
neighborhood. And so I feel like I could have got a better education there. And but it was mostly my friends, right? Like
Yeah.
I miss my friends. Like I made this lot of connections in grade nine,
Hmm.
and then the sudden move was like, nah, this ain't for me. So I
Hmm.
had to go back to Pet, where I enjoyed the rest of my time of my high school career.
Right. And then you finished out the French immersion program. That's
Yeah,
right.
I did.
Yeah, was that so you were forced to, and I say forced to because the new school opened. So then how'd that all work? You got like a letter in the mail one day and it said you gotta move?
I don't remember how I found out, to be honest. It was probably something like that. Like
Yeah.
I probably came home and my parents told me, or I heard from people at school who like had the same scenario as me, like, oh, people living past this boundary
Mhm.
gotta, get the hell out of here next year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shoot, maybe that's me. So I went home, I
Hmm.
probably went home and like just asked my parents, like, yo, what's up? And probably went down something like that. And then
Hmm.
I mean, I was obviously at first I was like not much I can do, right? There's really not much you can do in that scenario.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of my friends from elementary school live near me were moving too. So I was like, it's okay. Like I the friends I made at Pet, like I still live within like 15 minutes of them. So like I live
Mhm.
within
Yeah.
10-minute drive. So like, I'll see you guys. It's not like I'll never see you guys again. But
Mhm.
like at first I guess I was like fine. And that's how the whole
Mhm.
process went down.
Was there any doubt when you decided to transfer back, or did you know for sure that's
Not a
where you
single
want?
no, not a
Not a
single
single,
doubt.
and then
Like
no regrets now either.
no regrets, no doubt.
Moving on towards the end of high school, you are pursuing a business degree. Was that always like in the picture for you, or was it a tough decision for you?
Well, okay, well, obviously grade 11, late grade 11, um, early grade 12 is approaching. I'm like, yo, time to start thinking outside of high school, right? Because
Hmm.
high school is so much fun, I don't want to leave.
Hmm.
But like, okay, it's time to start getting serious. Like, what am I gonna do with my life? I originally, so okay, I was, I really like theater and drama,
Hmm.
so I originally wanted to go into theater school because acting was just something I really like to do. But obviously, not really something that is um I'm not saying it's not achievable, but it's very hard to become very successful at it, which is
Hmm.
what I want to do. Like I wouldn't want to just be like an extra and this and that. I want to be like in movies or TV shows or whatever. So like I knew what I wanted to achieve was going to be relatively hard. And so I wasn't good at science or necessarily like science. So that was like out
Mhm.
of the
Yeah.
picture immediately.
Hmm.
And then, business always kind of fascinated me, right? Like my parents have been managers and within business their entire lives. So I've always been around that kind of environment. And I've especially enjoyed marketing and let's say like management or sales or like real
Hmm.
estate. Just these are more business pathways that you couldn't really just there's no textbook answer for anything of it, right? Like for finance and accounting, mostly for accounting, there's like textbook
Hmm.
things that you have to do or things you have to follow. It's just like follow the numbers and blah blah blah. But these kind of avenues of business interested me way more. I could use my creativity side and obviously like my presenting side I love so much
Hmm.
from theater and drama. So I decided to go into like mainly marketing. So I'm in my fourth year right now. I took mostly marketing classes. Honestly, I
Hmm.
love it. I learned a lot of cool things. I'm not gonna say like, oh, interesting. I just think like they're cool, like
Hmm.
obviously they are applicable to real life business scenarios, but they are very interesting to me.
Hmm.
And I have a few other like real estate courses and some like management courses
Yeah.
that I are keeping me busy right now.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess how I decided to go into business like after high school.
Hmm. What were some of the schools you were looking at when it came to applying?
I'm not gonna lie, like for everyone who's watching, I don't care if it's like 5 people, do not follow what I did when I was applying. Like I only applied to like schools nearby and
Mhm.
I didn't really do much research about the business programs or universities in general at all because I only applied to like Mac, U of T, Ryerson, York, Western. I didn't even apply to like Laurier or Waterloo.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I just like I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think those are those were mostly business. I actually did apply to theater
Hmm.
schools, two theater programs, sorry, but like the
Yeah.
rest are business programs
Hmm.
at those schools.
Right. And then offline, you mentioned to me you're kind of working with the sales team at Toyota, which is really interesting.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
that
kind
was
of
my
would you say that kind of combines your like, your interest in like marketing sales, but also it's almost like a bit of a performance, like in a way, where
definitely
yeah,
definitely that's all
yeah.
sales is. It's a performance.
Hmm.
It's like a connection with
Right.
people that you're putting on a show, right? So yeah,
Right.
that was actually my first job ever. So it
Hmm.
was the summer after my first year. So I'm not gonna lie, kind of had a connection with within Toyota.
Uh-huh.
So I worked
Yeah.
I got a job as a business development agent.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um so yeah, my job was basically to schedule sales appointments with inquiring customers and repeat customers.
Hmm.
Um and by doing that they'd come into the dealership on a scheduled date obviously, and then the salesperson would has to say close the deal because I don't have a sales degree. You need a sales degree to sell a
Yeah.
car. So yeah, it was definitely a performance. I was you know, acted
Yeah.
really intrigued or interested in all these customers' problems
Hmm.
and helping them out and finding the perfect vehicle that suited their liking. And
Hmm.
then I'd book them in for appointment, and that's basically my performance, not only as
Hmm.
like a sales performance, but like
Hmm.
the number of uh leads that I converted would
Hmm.
directly impact my actual performance that my
Hmm.
bosses would see. So yeah, but I feel like at the start it was definitely like, oh, I'm just gonna call someone, just
Yeah.
pretend, act interested, say, oh my gosh, yeah, like we do have this car, like just care about their problems. But like I feel like later on I learned that I'm adding actual value to someone's life,
Hmm.
right? By like everyone uses a car
Right.
on a day to day, right? Like it's something that you feel safe or you need to feel safe in, something that you need
Hmm.
to feel comfortable in. So, after a while, it was less of a performance than actually helping people and providing value to their lives.
Yeah. You touched on, a few lessons briefly. Do you have anything else that like stands out to you as something that you learned while on the job?
Along the job,
Yeah.
in terms of like hard skills, I feel like I didn't really learn that much. It was just like the
Hmm.
software use thing. But in terms of soft skills, um, Well, I'm not gonna, say this like just because of that job. Like all the
Mhm.
experience I've just learned from that job, like my jobs I've had before, like till now. So like I feel like the main lessons I learned was like, um, don't go into something that will bore you or
Yeah.
that you do not like. I've
Hmm.
done a factory
Yeah.
job for 2 months, hated it. I was really counting down the minutes and seconds until I could go home, hated
Mhm.
it. Switched jobs the same summer and did something I liked way more. So definitely don't just choose any job that,
Mhm.
will pay you or that
Yeah.
close. Like choose something that you generally like because
Hmm.
whether you like it or not, this is something you'll be doing for an extended period of time. So
Right.
definitely choose something that, sorry, speaks to your interests. Always seem interested in the job,
Yeah.
or at least seem interested, or
Hmm.
like always act like you're curious or wanting to learn more. That shows your higher ups that like, okay, this guy's engaged. This guy is wants to be part of the team.
Hmm.
Um, always be looking to help out. Like even though it's just like a job for you or summer job,
Yeah.
something that you'll never see the people in the organization ever again. Always give it your all, right? Like in the future, these people might be references for you,
Hmm.
or you never know, these people might be running organizations in the future that you might want to um, be employed at. So if you kind of burn that connection at the first job, the chance of you getting the job
Hmm.
where they are now very low,
Yeah.
right? So always kind of
Hmm.
seem engaged and
Hmm.
and actively participating in the job, and don't just give it like don't just half-ass it, right? It's not
Right.
like it's not school where a 50's a pass. No,
Mhm.
like this sets the standard for the rest of your career, right?
Mhm.
But just start off with good habits.
It's great advice. You mentioned to me before a long time ago that Tyler Shaw is a customer, is a client at your dealership. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, they're not, yeah, like yeah, sure. He was a dealership. He was a, if anyone knows who that is, he was a
Mhm.
customer at the Toyota dealership where I worked at
Mhm.
because my dad was the manager there and
Mhm.
they played soccer together like Sunday league. So they just,
Mhm.
it just
Yeah,
shows connections, right? It shows
exactly.
networking, even in the most obscure places, right? You might meet
Mhm.
a pop star. You never know, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you can find connections in the most weird places.
Exactly. I think that's the premise of this page, without, beating a dead horse, that's kind
Yeah,
of
exactly.
that's kind of why I started this page. So we'll
Mhm.
ask you some quick, rapid fire questions. Obviously, you're a pretty interesting guy. You got a lot to say.
Thanks.
Favorite song right now?
Right now, my
Yeah.
favorite song doesn't change. Unwritten, Natasha Beggs
Okay.
and
Okay, that's a
Lincoln.
classic.
It's been my favorite song, like mine and Edward's favorite song since high
Yeah.
school. It hasn't changed. It's like
We
the theme in the
yeah.
new movie that just came
Mhm.
out with Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. We used to
Yeah.
go to Markville Mall at lunch
Yes, we did.
and we'd be playing that song. Yeah.
Many times, many
Yeah.
times.
I feel like our music taste is similar, like the early 2000s,
Yeah,
like mid
like things
2000s.
that things like they don't make music like that no more.
Exactly.
They
All right.
don't.
Favorite movie.
The Greatest Showman musical.
Okay, good choice.
No.
If there was an actor to play you in a movie, who would you pick?
Will Smith.
Will Smith?
No, no. Actor play me in a movie.
Yeah.
What the? Ross Butler. You know who
Okay.
that is? Google
No,
him.
I don't.
Obviously, he's way taller than me, way better
Mhm.
looking, way stronger. But you know what? I bet he could pull off. They
Okay.
can do like that
Yeah.
revert, like when Captain America was like little before he got
Yeah.
big. They can do that. They can do the
Okay.
reverse.
If you had a memoir of like your life so far, what would the title of the book be?
Grab Life by Tyler Ing.
Okay, we're gonna have to bleep that out a little bit, but
Fine. Grab the bull by the horns. How about that?
that's a good one. Okay. I like that
Yeah.
one. Okay.
How
If
about that?
you had $1 million right now, what would you do with that money?
Whoo! Like you want the real answer or like the fun
Give me
answer?
both. Give me both.
Okay, real answer, I'd probably invest most of it,
In what?
like because I want to make more money, right?
In
Like,
what though?
oh, what would I invest it?
Yeah.
Real estate. I feel like
Okay.
mostly real estate.
Okay.
Some stocks. Like I feel like I'd reinvest, I don't know, 90% of it,
Hmm.
keep 100 grand to myself,
Okay. And what's the fun answer?
blow it all on luxury vacations,
Okay.
clothing. But like no, like realistically. Come on, yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite clothing brand?
I'm like, this is also basic. Uniqlo,
Okay, okay, that's fair. That's the drip.
just
Everyone has a pet.
basic,
Yeah,
or like,
everyone's
yeah,
got the drip of pet.
basic. It's fundamental, right?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Uniqlo.
All right, for those that don't know, you're a big sports fan, right?
Yeah.
If you could watch one sporting event live, sitting front row, what would it be?
El Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
Okay, okay,
100%.
yeah,
It actually just happened last
yeah,
Sunday. Watching it,
yeah.
Real blew them out.
Vinny
I'm
with
so
the hat
happy.
trick.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Like,
happy.
okay, yeah. No, this guy's a big soccer fan, and you're also a little bit of a basketball and hockey fan as well, right?
No, I don't watch any. Real Madrid takes up all my time now, bro.
Okay,
I
back
don't watch
back in the
anything else.
day when you had
Now,
time,
back in the day, but now Real Madrid takes up all
back
of
in
my
the day,
time,
you were
bro.
a LA Kings fan.
Okay, I still am, but like I don't
Yeah,
like
and
keep up with
then
it anymore.
I forgot who your basketball team is.
I like the Clippers.
The Clippers. Okay, so you're an LA guy,
LA, yeah.
and you
But
you hate LeBron. LeBron's like,
I don't hate LeBron. Like he's
okay,
like I don't hate. Yeah, like
you just don't like him very much.
no, I don't mind LeBron. I think
Who?
I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the GOAT.
Okay, that's fair. We gotta play like a charity one-on-one tournament 5-on-5. We gotta run something one day.
Charity for
We
charity?
gotta play again. We gotta play again one day, dude.
Dude, if it's like for charity, like every time I'm getting the ball, I'm pulling up from three. Like even if it's from half court, bro. Like
That's your
shoot,
player build?
yeah, like just I'm
Like
just going up for three every
who
time.
do you play like? Like what's your player comparison?
Clay Thompson.
Clay Thompson.
I just play hard D and shoot threes, bro. Like I cut to the basket, bro. I don't handle the rock.
Okay.
I don't make these
Fair.
flashy passes or handles. I
Yeah.
just play some good D and then I shoot
Yeah.
the occasional three.
You've also recently been getting into volleyball, from what I hear.
Yeah.
That's correct. And let's say that you weren't the biggest volleyball fan in high school. What's kind of like changed that you've kind of gained a little bit more respect for volleyball?
Everyone plays volleyball. Like all my friends at Mac play volleyball somehow. I guess like I like obviously I'm friends with Edward and then he
Mhm.
introduced me to all his friends. So
Yeah.
they all play volleyball. So I'm like, okay, yo, let's go play drop in.
Yeah.
And volleyball's like I think it's the most fun drop in sport, right? Like
hmm
always it's a harder sport to do if you're a beginner, but it's a really fun sport to play if
hmm
everyone's on the same level.
Right.
So I think it's a very fun sport.
And you were like our biggest fan.
Yeah,
Every home game, you'd be out like front row.
gotta
I
support
really
the
appreciate that.
Trailblazers
Yeah. Back in the day.
back in the day.
All right, you a big video game player or no?
Only FIFA.
Only FIFA. Okay,
Only
how's your
FIFA.
ultimate team looking?
I'm not good enough for Ultimate Team, bro. I am
Okay.
the worst FIFA player. I've been playing for so long. I'm
hmm
terrible at it. I just play career mode. No one asked
hmm
me why I'm not good. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you why.
hmm So that's what you're
I'm
doing with your time.
not.
One fun fact about, something that we almost have in common is that I would say our families aren't like mainland Chinese, but they're from like, I would say it's kind of obscure. For example, like your family's from Mauritius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's side's from Mauritius.
Yeah. So like tell us about like the importance of like culture, like growing up and like has your dad kind of like instilled that culture in you or is like
Yeah, well, both my parents are Chinese, but
hmm
neither of them were born in China or anything
hmm
related. Like as you said, my dad's born in Mauritius, my mom's born in India, but
hmm
they still grew up very Chinese. Like the cultures, the values the same, like Chinese New Year, red pockets, and then
hmm
values in terms of like the
Yeah.
importance of family, and then respecting your elders and spending time with your loved ones. They all, you know,
hmm
even though they weren't born in China, these
Yeah.
are things that they instilled in me and values I live by till today. So I feel like, yeah, although a lot of people do tell me
Yeah.
I'm very whitewashed, and
hmm
my friends at Mac don't even consider me Chinese,
Yeah.
consider me white. You know what?
hmm
I'll take it. I'll take it. But like, yeah, culture is very important in terms of upbringing and instilling certain beliefs and values. And I feel like my parents did a really good job at that. Like I
hmm
try to take as much time as I can, hang out with spend time with my grandmothers or my
hmm
family.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like no matter where you're from,
hmm
what matters is your culture and your beliefs and what you live by. So
All right.
I think, it's like the saying like um home is where the heart is, or like home is
Yeah.
where your people are. Like kind of same
Yeah.
thing, right? It doesn't matter where you're from. It matters who is there around you and what they taught you to believe as you're growing up.
Yeah. And you're a big traveler.
Yes,
What
I
are
am.
what are some of the big like moments that you've had, and what are some of your favorite spots?
uh so last summer I spent a month in Greece,
Hmm.
in Crete, Greece, and
Hmm.
Athens, and then also a couple days in Cyprus.
Hmm.
That was really nice, really hot, really nice though. Beautiful like country. Obviously, I didn't see a cloud for a month,
Hmm.
not a single
Yeah.
cloud, just sunshine.
Hmm.
That's definitely up there. I've been to Mauritius a
Hmm.
while ago in grade 9. Beautiful. It's like an island where my dad grew up, so
Hmm.
he knew all the spots. I've been to Mexico a couple times. Oh, I actually just went on a cruise. But it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it was like rainy and cloudy. It was
Hmm.
like all right, but I still had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then do you want me? Yeah, I'll talk about like
Yeah.
I'm actually going back to Mauritius
Hmm.
this year because my dad wants to go home. He has been home in a while, and then over the upcoming reading, so in a month or so, I'm actually going to the Cayman Islands with
Hmm.
my friends
Nice.
because I have a friend who's from the Cayman Islands.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. And then like my separate group of friends also want to they're doing this is like a grad trip, but like I'm the only
Hmm.
one who's graduating because they're all
Yeah.
going to like Waterloo and
Yeah.
Queens and they all did co-op.
Okay.
So I'm the only one
Yeah.
graduating, but we planned a trip to Rome. So
Hmm.
that's happening and next. So like yeah, I'll be around
Hmm.
the world in the
Yeah.
next little. It's nice. I'm
Yeah.
very lucky and fortunate that
Yeah.
I have my parents who can
Yeah.
support me through
Hmm.
all of my traveling desires.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you prefer like the beach type vacation, or do you prefer more like sightseeing, like artifacts, things like that?
Yeah, I feel like when I was growing up, my parents mostly did beaches and just relaxing resorts because it's hard to
Hmm.
travel with kids, right? They
Hmm.
complain a lot, or I complained a lot, I
Yeah.
guess. It's
Still
easier
do,
to
yeah.
go to resort, right? Just
Uh-huh.
run around the beach, go to the pool, do whatever you want. Like you're not gonna get lost. But as I'm getting older, I've been to beaches, right? I want to see things like different countries, cultures, and artifacts and stuff like that. So like when I go to Rome, I want to see like the Colosseum, and then in
Hmm.
Naples, I want to go see all these the ancient Italian kind of culture, and
Hmm.
obviously watch a soccer game.
Yeah.
Always watch
Yeah.
soccer. Yeah, like I feel
Hmm.
like now that I'm older, I've seen the beaches. No
Hmm.
matter how beautiful they are, they're kind of the same. So I want to see things that I won't see
Hmm.
in
Right.
other countries in the world, right? I want to see
Good
like,
point. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So other than Spain, which you said you want to go to, is there anywhere else on your bucket list?
Oh yeah, Madrid, number
Hmm.
one place. Any other place? Like Italy. I guess I am going there soon.
Hmm.
So, but I want to go to other places in Italy. Italy is really nice. Switzerland. I heard Switzerland's really nice.
Hmm.
Switzerland. Uh, Maybe Singapore or like one of
Yeah.
an Asian like the that part of the world, like maybe
Hmm.
Singapore or Hong Kong. I don't know if I could do China. I don't think I'm
Nah.
Chinese for
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I want to see like I want to see Singapore.
What kind of food do you like? Like where would you
Cantonese food. I love Cantonese
the
food.
Cantonese food? Okay. Is
I
that what
love
you
Cantonese food.
that's what you miss Markham, yeah, whenever you're in Hamilton?
Yeah, Cantonese food is the
Hmm.
best. Japanese food.
Japanese, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start wrapping up now. If 10 years from now we come back and we say Tyler Ng is, and there's a blank, one word, what would that word be? What would you want to be
Once
known for?
what in 10 years or when I like 10 years only?
Yeah, 10 years, yeah. What would you want to be known for in one word?
I would say brave.
Brave? Okay,
I feel like I want to we only get one life. I feel like
hmm
I want to be someone who takes risk and
good, yeah.
tries to accomplish the things that other people may seem doubtful of.
Hmm.
Obviously, I didn't do it in grade 12.
Yeah,
Like that's like
yeah,
hindsight. I'm not gonna reflect on
yeah.
that. But like, yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel like I'd within the next 10 years, especially my 20s, I'd want to take more risk and
Hmm.
try to accomplish the things that I really want to do before I like settle down and
Mhm.
get a family and all that.
Do you have certain things that are like imminent on your mind that you want to do?
Uh, I have a couple of opportunities. Sorry, I have one opportunity. I should clarify that I'm really hopeful that I get.
Hmm.
So it's actually a job
Oh,
interview.
nice.
I won't say too much about it because
Okay.
like, I'm not gonna,
We'll have
like
to come
I don't want
back
to
to
talk
what.
about it before I like
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it and I don't get it and
Okay.
I get sad,
Okay.
you know what I mean? But like yeah, I have a job interview coming up that like I'm
Nice.
really preparing for. I'm like putting my
Hmm.
heart and soul into. So obviously it's obviously for everyone listening, it may seem like a conventional path, get a job right after graduation, but this job interview is kind of like a different environment to
Oh,
what I'm
interesting.
used to, at least,
Gonna
right?
leave
So
us on
yeah.
a cliffhanger.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, we'll have to do a follow-up, whatever
Yeah.
happens. We'll see.
Thanks, man. But
Okay.
yeah, like definitely
Yeah.
something, yeah, like
Hmm.
I just want to really get down
Yeah.
and prepare for.
Obviously, a very driven, motivated, smart guy. So I'm sure
Thanks,
you're gonna
man.
nail it.
I don't know if
All
many
right.
other people would consider me like that, but I appreciate it.
Nah, bro, I've known you for a long time.
Thank you. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Last thing. Please nominate a fellow few grads. You can be one grad, it can be two.
I don't know that many. Edward is already on. Yo, Bruce Tan. Bruce Tan.
Bruce Tan. All
Definitely
right.
want to see him on the
Hmm.
pod.
Yeah.
Definitely want to see
Our
him.
boy Bruce Tan.
He's a very interesting guy that
Hmm.
your audiences will soon find out.
He is
Lots
interesting.
of valuable life experience.
Dr. Tan. Yeah.
Doctor. Oh,
Yeah.
soon to be.
Soon to be doctor.
So yeah, Bruce Tan, definitely.
Bruce Tan. Okay. We'll
Bruce
reach out to
Tan.
him for sure. All right. I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot to do. So we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you, Tyler, for being on the podcast. We appreciate your time. Any closing remarks from you?
Nothing much. Thank you for having me on, for having this great conversation, and
Mhm.
for everyone listening, grab life by the horns.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. Peace out.